What's up? Raging Asian coming at you from Team No Fat Chicks. You might have seen me in some of our other videos. I tend to make a lot of deck lists. I like to experiment with decks, making a lot of them. This one is just more of a mess around deck, but I very much enjoyed it so far. It's actually won me quite a few duels. I don't even know if I'm going to take like tournament or anything. My main deck right now is like the Twilight Sworn. However, I'm going to bring you the Furry Vengeance deck. Basically,
name given by yours truly.
By Patrick Guilfoyle, our team captain. So we're going to start off with some monsters. Obviously, my Furry Vengeance takes place with triple Quillbolt Hedgehog. This is the Munchhog of the deck, the furry little bitch that's just going to dick punch everybody. I run 3 of those. Next, we got triple Level Eater. Reasons given for later on. Run 1 Dandelion. And only run 1. Sandgan, some search power. Newly added, I am running, let's see, this Mech Lord guy. His name is like Skeel. Basically, I've learned to love Scrap Dragon, and most of the time when he just has some pop power, I like to target the Quillbolt that's actually on the field at the time. So I pop him, and then he just happens to special summon himself from the hand. It's actually great. Taking everyone else's synchros is great. Running double Summoner Monk in here. Throwing my cards around quite a bit. Got double Thunder King Ryo. Got double Elemental Hero Prisma. I've actually learned that there was one other way that can help me get Quillbolt in the graveyard, which is actually this guy here. I'll show you right now. Prisma's effect, I can target him. Chimera-Tech Orver Dragon, his requirements include like machine-type monsters, and Quillbolt just happens to be that machine. So once per turn, I can just kind of help my way throughout the deck, getting them in the graveyard, since most of the time that's the only effect that is greatly appreciated because of Quillbolt. Necro Valley would totally fuck me. And then Plague Spreader, also one of the main components of this deck. Getting him on the field, great ways, because he just special summons himself from the graveyard, and then boom, Quillbolt's everywhere, syncing up the butt, just over and over and over. Other tuner possibilities, just for getting Quillbolts on the field, running triple Junk Synchron. Obviously, Quillbolt's effect, when leaving the field, it gets removed from play. Junk's effect allows it not to be, because it is negated, sinking 5, or whatever I happen to be doing at the time. Running Glow Up Bulb, obviously. I think is just a staple tuner for any deck.
I agree.
Running double Rose, Warrior of Revenge, 4-star tuner, pretty great. Another great 4-star tuner that I like is Mist Valley Soldier. Even if you're not tuning with him, a great way is just his effect in general. Something really beefy, just can't overpower. You will take some battle damage, however, it'll just get sent back to the hand. You know, don't have to worry about it later until, you know, they resummon it next turn like a bitch. That's it for the monster count. I believe that is 24 monsters. And then going on to Spell and Trap. Running Monster Reborn, Broken. What you'll find in my new decks is that I've had this weird thing about buying shiny cards that happen to be Korean.
Because he's Asian.
Because I'm Asian. I am South Korean, and I am proud to own these cards. Now, people would ask me, why would you do that? Well, one, I'm not going to pay $30 for a Gold Rare Dark Hole when I can pay 1. And if people try to call me out on it, that's why I run stuff like this on hand for people like, oh, look, I have the common on me. You can go suck a dick.
Language. Angry Asian.
Angry Asian. Mind Control, awesome spell card. One of the favorites of the team. Pot of Avarice, staple. For this deck, I've thrown in 1 for 1, mainly for Glow Up Bulb. Sometimes I wonder if it's really necessary. It hasn't like failed me yet, so I've been doing really well with it. Maybe if I'm playing card by card, but it's done well for me so far. Foolish Burial, just another way to help set up the graveyard. Double Warrior Returning Alive, especially for like the Junk Synchrons or the Rose, trying to get a tuner back to my hand, or even like the Prisma, whatever. Running 1 MST, along with the Book of Moon. Running the double Infernal Reckless Summon, obviously, because like we saw the level leaders and the Cool Bolts earlier, all under 1500 attack, being special summoned by Junk Synchron even. It's like, oh look, special summon, you have a monster on the field. I love running this against people that have one Tengu on the field, because they get so pissed. They have to summon all of them, and then have to find a way to just get them back into the deck, and then they're all pissed off at me. So, that'll do it for the spells. Moving on to traps. Torrential. Double Warning. Just, you know, negating summons and stuff. Solemn Judgment. And then, obviously, the one trap card that you were probably all saying that I'm running. Triple Imperial Iron Wall. Making sure none of my effects are getting removed from play, obviously. Moving on to the extra deck. Actually set up quite differently, obviously, but to fit the deck itself. Running 1 Utopia. Just kind of, it's my only non-synchro monster other than my fusion that just helps set up the graveyard. So, you know, Utopia is pretty good, especially for any deck. Formula Synchron, just the little guy, helps with, you know, glow up and stuff. A lot of draw power even. Running triple Armory Arm. You may wonder, oh, why is he doing that? Well, obviously, if I'm just like massively summoning Plague Spreader, obviously I'm going to get another Quillbolt on the field, and might as well just beef up one of my monsters at the time. 3 times in a row. Look at that 3,800 Quillbolt you got. 1 Junk Warrior, kind of a spot filler right now. I don't know if I like it better than the Catastor at the moment. I'm just kind of experimenting with him. If my setup's pretty well and I can just get all my little guys on the field, his effect kicks in pretty well, and he gets pretty beefy really fast. Running the Librarian, not necessary to run the perfect scenario with the build, however he is very useful once it gets going. Orient Dragon, staple. Bryonic. Running a Gaia Knight. He's not that common in today's meta as far as the 6 goes, however he is beefy, and especially if I just want a little 6 to go straight to 8, if I have to go like 1 card at a time with the Plague Spreader. I'd rather go through this guy instead of giving up one of my more important 6s that I could be using later. As far as the 8s go, running 1 Stardust, a Thought Ruler, and 1 Scrap Dragon. The Scrap Dragon, I'm hoping to get another one soon. I'm not really sure which 8 I take out for it. Probably Thought Ruler might come out first, but we'll see where things go.
Which one's your favorite?
I do favor Scrap Dragon, obviously, on top of the 3. And obviously, the most expensive one happens to just be the favorite. But he works he works very well, especially once my whole combo is starting to go on the field. If I just leave a tuner, obviously, just summon a Quillbolt. Obviously, effect, pop the Quillbolt, pop another monster. Oh look, it comes back again. You know, pretty broken, but it's just amazingly fun. For my 9, I run a Mistworm. I do side out the occasional Trishula. However, because of this guy, there's no really point running them. So he's my 9 of the deck. I love coupling it with Bryonic already on the field. I'll sync 9, remove, attack, send it back to my extra deck, summon them again next turn, whatever. And then obviously the fusion monster we saw earlier to just kind of help set up the graveyard. Well, that is the Furry Vengeance deck. Comment on it if you have any ideas or just LOL suggestions, you know, whatever. I find it very amusing, very hilarious. If anyone even has like some questions, comments, or even improvements on helping this, or if they have any deck ideas that, oh, I wonder if this would work, just shoot me a message on this video, and talk to you later. Team No Fat Chicks.